The dude is special. That's all there is to it. And all eyes were on Damian Lillard on Media Day. That's kind of how it goes when you're the face of the franchise. And our Roe Parrish caught up with him.
He's an all-star. He is an all-NBA performer. He is the fearless leader of the Portland Trailblazers. Dame Lillard joins us. First day of school. You feeling good? Getting ready to start this season?
I feel great, man. I had a great summer. I'm excited, going into my 7th season. It came quick, man.
So you said you had a great off-season. I had a chance to witness some of your off-season workout videos. They were spectacular. How much fun was it to shoot those videos?
It was a lot of fun. I actually had a run-in with somebody on Twitter. The guy was like, I haven't seen Dame at no pickup games in New York and L.A. He ain't posting no workouts. He haven't been in the gym at all. He just rapping, and, he had a whole lot to say. So, I made fun out of it.
Yes, that you did.
What I see a lot on Instagram.
Yeah, because, in off-season workouts, nobody ever misses a shot ever. Everybody's a 99, right?
Right.
No, but way to see you get that done and have fun with it. Let's talk about last season. Of course, you guys finished 3rd in the West, end up getting swept out of the playoffs by the Pelicans. Yeah. Talk about how much that hurt and how it motivated you going into this season.
It hurt a lot, not only as a competitor, but just after all that we did in the regular season. We, in a tough Western Conference, we finished 3rd. We got home court for the first time since I've been in the league. And everybody was real confident. We felt real good going into the playoffs. And, we ran into a team that was playing really well. They had a great game plan. And, they made the game tough for us. And, I think the most simple way to put it is they outplayed us. We didn't show up and play as well as we needed to. We got swept. But, it's a league of men. We professionals. And one team gets to win the championship. So we just got to, keep that in our mind and remember that it happened. We got to move on and, stay confident, stay inspired, and, just try to be better about it next time. But, it's something that you just can't hold on to. So it, I guess, stunts our growth or stops us from moving forward.
So you're already playing in a tough Western Conference. Now LeBron decides to take his talents out west to the Lakers, making the Western Conference that much more tougher. How do you prepare yourself mentally to go to battle night in and night out against these tough teams?
I think the good thing for us is we've been in the Western Conference. We know that whether it's the best team in the West or, the worst team on paper in the West, you're going to have a tough game. And when you've been a part of that your entire career, I think every year that's what you come in expecting. So, obviously you'll have the Lakers with LeBron. They'll be elevated to a new level. You'll have other teams that added someone to the team. The Rockets added Melo. Paul George going back to OKC with another year, where they playing together and another year of experience. So I'm sure it'll be a lot of teams will get better. It'll be a little bit tougher, but that's what the Western Conference has been since I've been in the league. So we ready for whatever.
Speaking of ready for whatever, you and your backcourt mate CJ, y'all been dominant, one of the most dynamic duos for the past 3 seasons. What can we expect in year 4 from you two?
I think more of the same. I think each year we come back and we challenge ourselves to be better at things that we weren't great at and to continue to do what we do. We score the ball, we compete, give people trouble every night. And now we've come and, we've been a 3 seed in the playoffs and we underperformed. Now we got to be able to back up that type of performance in the regular season, but then elevate ourselves in the playoffs. So I just think more of the same, but maybe a little better.
So what are your personal goals, number one, and what are the team goals for you? What would constitute a successful season for the Trailblazers?
I try not to look too far ahead, but I think coming out of the tough Western Conference again and, earning a playoff spot, you get to the playoffs, and I just really want to get to the playoffs and have a really, really solid performance. I think each year you try to find something to motivate yourself or push yourself. And, I think this year is going to be, try to back up what I did last year, but then when we get to the playoffs, have a strong performance, and really lead my team to that next step.
Great job there by Roe and Dame. And we were talking while listening, and we all agree that he's a future Hall of Fame player. But let's talk social media. A lot of NBA players are super active on social media. Dame, of course, is one of them. Where did that tweet rank with all the offseason tweets you saw?
That was number one. I'm sorry. That was number one for me. Now, we was laughing about that. That was number one for a number of reasons. You got a dude shooting a Nerf gun at you. He's hula hooping. He's doing all sort of stuff. Because if you see workout videos, not just pros, but you see guys putting kids through a whole bunch of different things that kind of seem useless.
Yeah.
So to actually see a pro do it, and a pro being Damian Lillard, to be at that level, to kind of poke fun at it, I thought it was awesome.
I thought it was extremely funny. And, you know, I do it all the time where I'm going into 360 or Lifetime, and I see guys in there playing against cones, playing against ghosts. And in reality is you have to play against real speed, real length, real physicality.
Real people.
Yeah, real people to help your game, you know, because people have real reactions. And like you said, guys shooting 85, 90% playing against ghosts. That's not the reality of the association. It's not like that. People game plan for you. They play you to your weaknesses, and you have to be ready for those moments.
All right, so let's dive into the depth chart, our projected depth chart for these Blazers. And they added 4 new guards, and Seth Curry, Wade Baldwin, a couple of veterans, as well as draft picks Anthony Simons and Gary Trent Jr., Mo Harkless, Evan Turner, and Al Farouq Aminu hold down the forward positions, and Collins and Leonard provide depth behind Yusuf Nurkic. So, AD, let's talk Evan Turner. Are the Blazers getting enough on their investment into Evan Turner?
See, this is what the NBA has turned into. They match your contract with your numbers. It's tough because Evan Turner is who Evan Turner is. Okay, he gave you 8 points a game last year on 45% from the field, and he can give you a little bit more than that. But his ceiling thus far as to what he has shown is 17 points a game, one of the years in Philly. So I don't know what they're really expecting out of him, but he does give you an additional ball handler and a guy to create shots for himself and also his teammates.
All right, so, and Karan, I want to get you talking about Al Farouq Aminu, who is the power forward for this team. 10 years ago, he would not have been playing power forward in the National Basketball Association. So is he being played out of position, and do you like his overall game?
He is, and a lot of guys are, but the reality of the story is he has to be that third guy that can be consistent. Saw flashes of it in the playoffs, 17, 9 rebounds per game, 40+% at the three-point percentage. 50+% at the field. 2, he has to be consistent going forward for this ball club.